welcome to Sydney Motorsport Park for day one of the BP Ultimate Sydney SuperSprint. We are halfway through our 4 weekends in a row here at Sydney Motorsport Park, and we're back to daytime racing this weekend. How good?
It is very good, Bryony. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody watching, wherever you're watching.
Now, I'm going
around the
to,
world.
don't think I'm being rude, but I want to see who's going to say hello to some people.
Yeah, because it's family
Andrew
round.
Smith, first one, first like, first comment. Hello, Andrew. Hope you're having a good day. Tuning in later on for all the supercars action.
We are live on Facebook, and it's family round, Bryony. So I want to know in the comments section, who's the family that you bring along to the supercars? Was it back when you were a kid going there with your parents? Is it you go with your sister to the track? You bring your own kids to the track? Let us know in the comments today. We'll read a few out. Who do you bring in your family to the track? Because it's family round this weekend, so if you're in Sydney, come on out, bring the kids. Free access to the kids for the 4X bar. No, that's not true, actually. there are other kids' activities here outside of just the supercars on track, but a really cool day ahead and another great day tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a little bit windy at the moment, which is going to prove a little bit difficult for the drivers. Obviously, first practice coming up at 10:50 a.m. for supercars.
Massive headwind going back up the front straight as it stands at the moment.
Janelle, Jimmy Beam, let's go racing. Couldn't agree with you more, Janelle. Craig Pearl, morning legends. Oh, that's
morning legends.
I don't know who he's talking to,
Stretch.
but wherever they are, legends, good morning.
Good to see you all. We have lots to go this weekend. 3 races once again for the BP Ultimate Sydney Super Sprint, but we've also got the Utes, the Super Utes, the V8 Super Utes as they are these days. They're back, and we've also got improved production with 47 cars in the New South Wales improved production.
Let's take a look at Todd Hazelwood's got a new livery, well, new of sorts. He ran it at Sandown earlier this year, but it's back on car 14. It's the Cub Cadet Mowers livery, which looks great. So it's still the yellow that he had last weekend, but just with a different sponsor, and it's looking good. The boys are working hard.
Now, if anyone was watching Townsville a few months back, they would know my prowess on a mower. So now that we
say prowess, I feel like that's a stretch, Chad.
Now that we've got a mower sponsorship here in pit lane, I want to see if there's a mower somewhere that I can ride here this weekend at Sydney Motorsport Park. I want to get back on the horse.
Okay, I just want to say he says good afternoon from Argentina, all the way from Argentina, Lucas Sebastian Tolici. Hope I said that right.
Well done.
Great to have you with us. It's great to have fans all around the world tuning in. A very good morning from the top end as well. So everyone tuning in.
It probably is, Lucas, but we have an Argentinian supercars fan on Twitter who tweets every single thing that happens on track in Spanish. Happens every week. Give him a like. Supercars Argentina on Twitter. And
of course, if you are not in Australia, you can catch all the action on SuperView as well, and that will show all the action, all the categories across the day. So that's pretty cool too.
Give a big shout out to all our buddies watching over in New Zealand as well while we're at it, because the action will be live on Sky across the course of the weekend. And the big news there for the Kiwi fans, we'll be talking about it in the coverage today. It broke yesterday. Unfortunately, the Boost Mobile wildcard, which was going to be the return of Murph, unfortunately, sadly, not going to be happening at Bathurst with Richie Stanaway. We're going to be talking about that on the coverage today.
Yes, just saying hello to Judith Ralston. Good morning from Mackay. Hello, Judith. We're going to get away from that. It's a family event for us. Brooke Harris says Supercars is basically a family tradition they've been watching since she was born. Now, a little bit noisy because they're running up car 26, which of course Luke Hewlin is back in the seat for this weekend. So that's 2 weekends in a row for Luke, replacing Davey Reynolds. He'll be looking to improve on his form from last week. It was a bit of a tough initiation for Luke in his first ever solo drive. Yeah,
25th on the Saturday, but then came out on the Sunday, Bryony, with a couple of ripper performances in the wet qualifying sessions. Only just missed the top 10. So I'm going to be chatting to Luke at the top of the coverage today on Fox Sports as well. So check that out. I thought he did a really good job. And it's going to be his last time in that car this weekend as the solo driver. So new driver for that car next week. We know it's not going to be Dave Reynolds back in the car. We know it's not going to be Luke Hewlin. The other co-driver who's meant to be driving that car at Bathurst, or at least with Andre Heimgartner, is Matt Campbell, who went very well in the Porsches here back in the day. He's a Porsche factory star, and I wonder if he'll be in that car next week. That'd be my tip.
Oh, I wonder. Well, tell us what you think. Who you think we might see in car 26 next weekend. Hey, we've got a big telecast coming up today on Fox Sports 506. As part of our coverage, not only, of course, we're covering every session on track live, but we've got some great interviews. There's one with Will Brown, an emerging star, which you spoke to him earlier in the week. And Neil Crompton sat down and had a chat with Chaz Mostert, of course, who had that awesome podium finish last weekend. Let's take a look at a little bit of that coming up on Fox Sports 506.
if ever there was an example of one end of the scale to the other, it was last weekend in that last race. Now, you started rear of grid, not your fault, wasn't a performance issue, it was an illegality with the car. But then you rocketed to the other end of the field in shocking conditions, epic drive, and got on the podium.
Yeah, I had felt zero pressure starting 26th on the grid because you know there's only generally one direction you can go and you can't go much worse than that, so the pressure's completely off, and I feel like that's when I perform my best, is when I don't have that pressure on me. So the battle with Slade was great. We were trying to play chess out there and try and choose the right lines, and I got one up over him, you know. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and then if you look at the result, you know, you just pitted at the right time, safety car came at the right time, and you're in the right position where to get a trophy at the end of it and give the guys back here something to celebrate.
I'm looking forward to that a little bit later today. Neil Crompton going one-on-one with Chaz Mostert. What a drive that was from the back of the grid to finish on the podium 6 days ago.
Is that all? Wow.
I know.
We're really turning them around, aren't
Wow,
we?
we're back already.
Yeah, turning them around. It's great to see so many comments on here. It would be cool if they put Rick Kelly back in the car. Well, there you go. That's an option.
That would be not bad, actually.
Interesting. We'll see what we can find out for you. And let's just take a look in here, because I know the Matt Stone Racing guys worked hard during the week, because Jake Kostecki obviously had a lot of repair work to do.
Yeah, well,
on the 34.
Yeah, there were 3 cars that needed to be fixed up off the back of last week. We had Brodie Kostecki, Jake's cousin, who had damage to the Erebus car. I was here at the track on Tuesday when the Erebus mechanics, including Jimmy, who's their essential fabricator guy, he was belting that thing with hammers back into shape, quite literally belting it with hammers, and Jake Kostecki's car, which is now back in one piece. Nice work by the unit crew at Matt Stone Racing to get that one done. And also James Courtney's Boost Mobile Mustang had a little bit of tweaking. And I believe James Courtney's also been busy throughout the week as well. We're going to catch it this week or next week?
We're going to catch it this week, yeah.
This week,
tomorrow,
okay. Is that tomorrow, is it?
It's going to air. Yes, we took James and a special rival to throw some axes, not at each other, at a wall. Well, I think it worked out okay, but we'll see that on the telecast tomorrow. Big hello to someone. Sorry, I just missed them. Oh, Arlindo from Portugal. Great to have followers all over the world. Someone asked what time is the race. I believe it's about 4:45. But as we mentioned, because it's a 2-day race meeting, really condensed schedule. So we have 2 practice sessions today, qualifying and a race, which is another 32-lap race. And the winner of that race
gets right here.
Will end up here.
Pertec Victory Lane.
Victory Lane.
Qualifying is going to be at 10 past 2 p.m. today, and the race is exactly like you said, 4:45 p.m. We are standing in Pertec Victory Lane. This is the famous Sydney Motorsport Park podium area. And just think about the amount of famous people who have stood up there, not just in the supercars world and the supercars moments like Marcus Ambrose being crowned a champion there, but also in the 500cc days going back into the early 90s. We've had motorcycle stars, we've had absolutely everyone. Mick Doohan himself has stood up there. Back in 1995 was the last time that happened. So how cool it is to be racing at this venue, named after Wayne Gardner, the GP circuit, the Gardner circuit. Looking forward to seeing who's going to be here in Pertec Victory Lane later today.
Exactly, and there is only one way to find out, and that is to stay tuned to Fox Sports 506. The telecast starts from
I'm going to the podium, Bryony.
9:45 a.m. this morning. I don't know if the likes of Doohan and Nailon should really be mentioned in the same sentence.
A bit of Schumacher. Yeah, fire jets, fireworks go up.
Cue the flames, cue the flames. Let's see who's going to actually legitimately be standing up there later on this afternoon, because it will not be that guy, I guarantee you. But tune in for all the action. Fox Sports 506 from 9:45 a.m.